Hey everyone, this is my Glee original song recap. There is no spoilers in this video except for at the very end when I talk about my final thoughts and my theories for the next upcoming episodes of Glee. So I have no spoilers this week. I will do my spoilers video next week because there's no recap video next week. So this episode started out with Blaine and the Warblers opening up with Misery, which I love because Blaine's voice was different. It sounded more like, it was trying to be like Adam Levine, and I loved it. I prefer his normal voice, but it was really nice to hear something different. Blaine was pure sex and always flirting with Kurt as always, but Kurt looked, annoyed, bored, jealous, like frustrated. He told Blaine that it's kind of unfair that Blaine gets all the solos and it's that he never gets the opportunity to sing, and Blaine sort of is, like, what? So Rachel continues to write some bad songs that she's not passionate about, which influences the episode more on as it goes. By the way, I'm reading on note cards, so if I look down, it's because I try to like remember everything in the episode. So Quinn's on a mission to be prom queen, and she needs Finn to get back so she can campaign to be prom king and queen, which she eventually gets Finn to agree on, but during the episode she pretends to be Rachel's friend to look like she's nice, but she's really not, and Faberry is a lie, which is Fabre and Barry, if you didn't know, which is supposed to be like the friendship of Quinn and Rachel. Obviously is fake, and it sucks because I was giving Quinn a chance. I really liked her in the beginning of the season and when she was pregnant, but now she's a bitch. So back to the Warblers. Pavarotti dies. Kurt is heartbroken. You can see he's very emotionally sad because, he considered Pavarotti an influence, his friend. And I liked that the Warblers were sympathetic towards Pavarotti's death. They didn't blame Kurt for it, which sort of some people were sort of sensing that they would do. So he asks to sing Blackbird as a solo. And for once ever that Blaine is the background vocals. And during the song, this moves Blaine. He sees something totally, a new light on Kurt. This is probably one of my favorite scenes of the season. You could see Blaine's eyes are so expressive, and you could see right there in his realization, oh my god, I like Kurt. What have I been doing? I need to do something about this. So you can see in his eyes, and I loved that scene because of that reason. It's just like so much, just, oh my goodness, I loved it. And I love the song. It's my favorite songs of the episode as well. Chris Culver is amazing, the way he did the song, so I much loved that scene and that song. Definitely one of my favorites of the night. So cute. Amazing. So Mr. Shu tells the New Directions that they can't use My Chemical Romance as Sing, most likely because Sue sabotaged it. Rachel suggests original songs, and everyone disagrees with her, but then Quinn agrees with her, and eventually Finn and everyone else does too. And so Quinn suggests that her and Rachel write original songs together. The other Glee Club members also want to write their own original songs, so they all sort of write their original songs throughout the episode before regionals. Santana and Brittany talk about where they stand. Santana sort of denies that she admitted her feelings and continues to date Sam, and Brittany's still confused, and Santana's pissed that she's still with Artie. Can you blame her a little bit? So I'm just saying. Sue confronts them in the hallway and seeks her revenge on every single Glee Club member, including them and Mercedes that we see, and she puts loads of dirt in their locker, and it falls all up on them with a funny Britney quote within that as well. Back to the Warblers. The Warblers think that Blaine is like God. They give him every solo. They let him pick the songs, but Blaine can see that Kurt's fed up with it, and he decides that he wants to do a duet for the regionals. And without doing any auditions, he says he wants to duet with Kurt. And you could see in his eyes he was being very smitten. He was doing that puppy love thing that Kurt was doing in the beginning of their friendship. It's like the roles reversed. You can sort of tell that Kurt is getting over Blaine, but now Kurt is realizing he likes Blaine is starting to realize he likes Kurt, so it's like the role switch. I love that. I always wanted Blaine to sort of all of a sudden like Kurt, and we get to see that side, not just Kurt always working towards it, now it's Blaine working towards it. I loved it, and I love that, and everyone agrees on the duet, and it's official. And Santana sings her original song, which is Trouty Mouth for Sam, which is making fun of his very large mouth. Sam is not happy with this. Puck sings Big Ass Heart to Lauren, which I find their relationship very boring. I like Puck, and I just would prefer him with somebody else. I don't know, I just feel like he's just become such a bore. I like Lauren, but I don't think she just, I don't know, I just don't think she fits for Glee Club. But I hope my opinion changes. Mr. Sue says that those aren't perfect songs for regionals and continues on fighting for the perfect song. And after the Quinn and Finn thing and all that jazz, the huge moment, the best part of the whole episode, which is, and I think the season so far, in my opinion, is Blaine tells Kurt that they'll be singing Candles by Hey Monday for their duet, and they should practice. He says that he picked the song because he wanted a more emotional song, and Kurt asks him why does CT pick him for the duet, and then all of a sudden Blaine confesses. He tells him that he, in his mind, he said, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you forever." I'm just going to summarize sort of what they say. And then he takes Kurt's hand, which is so, like, I'm in a cute overload over here. I'm literally going to faint. And by the way, I was watching this while I was babysitting, so I went upstairs so I wouldn't be disturbed in watching this, and I wanted to scream, and, like, I was just like this, and I was, like, faint. I was about to faint, because I was just, like, I couldn't hold in my emotions. I wanted to scream amazing at the top of my lungs. Oh, my God, Klaine. Anyways, back to the scene. So he tells Kurt that his Blackbird performance moved him, and that he moves him, and saying he wants to be with him in a way, like, he didn't really say that, but he sort of hints at it, and a reason why he wanted to do the duet, so that he has an excuse to spend more time with him. And then the best part ever, Blaine kisses Kurt, and Kurt reciprocates. Oh my goodness, my little Klaine heart was beating so fast. My stomach was hurting. It was butterflies everywhere, and I love that Blaine was doing all the talking this time. Blaine was realizing and putting his feelings out in the open, not just Kurt. It felt so weird. I felt like it was a dream, because I would never see the day that Blaine was the role reversed and was kissing Kurt. After the kiss, they both are smiling and looking into each other's eyes, and Kurt's all giddy, and Blaine's a little embarrassed and suggesting they should continue to start singing the song, and Kurt says, "Oh, so cutely, I thought we were practicing." And then a hot and heavy second kiss comes in. I love that the first kiss was the first kiss. It was passionate, it was tender, it was magical, it was amazing. So many adjectives I could say about that. It was beautiful. You never typically see that kind of passionate kiss, especially on basic cable, from gay characters on television shows. It's probably one of my favorite kisses ever of any kiss ever, not just gay characters, not just television shows, in general, because it was perfect. And I think the chemistry between Darren and Chris, not Darren Chris, like Chris Colfer and Darren Chris, was very phenomenal, and I applaud them. Both are brilliant actors. I just fell in love with them throughout the whole season, and this moment just led up to everything. What was the most exciting about this is I had no idea it was coming. I had no idea. I just thought this best moment, this Klaine moment you'll never forget, was the duet they're going to do, but I never knew the backstory of the duet, why they're doing it. No idea they were going to do this kiss. No idea. So it was out of the blue. Even the person that knows about spoilers, I didn't even know this was coming, and that's why I was freaking the heck out. So, yeah, the hot and heavy kiss is interrupted by Mercedes Heltzino, which I think I was kind of sad that we didn't get to continue seeing Kurt and Blaine kiss, but I was just like, after that, I kept saying, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God," for like 10 minutes straight. I didn't even remember the freaking scene afterwards. But anyways, Mr. Shoes doesn't think that Heltzino is the perfect song for regionals, and he's still looking for the song. Quinn tells Rachel that she should give up on Finn, and her and Finn are meant to be, but Rachel says that she will not give up on Finn, and after this argument, she is inspired to write Get It Right for regionals, and we see the judges, which is Sarah Palin type, which is by Kathy Griffin, and then the very liberal nun, former exotic dancer, and then Rod Remington, which was the judge for last season's sectionals. Oral Intensity performs Jesus is a Friend of Mine, trying to woo the nun. And Tammy Jean, which is Sarah Palin type of person, loves the Oral Intensity performance. Backstage, we see that about to perform, Kurt is very nervous. This is very first solo in front of a competitive audience, or competition audience, I should say. And Blaine thinks it's adorable, and he's adorable, and it's so cute that they have that relationship now, and it's so cute. And then they perform Candles, which is beautiful. I don't really like their voices, but the scene was very beautiful, and I love that Blaine was so lovey towards Kurt. He was giving him these adorable and sexy, seductive looks, like he wants him, that's his boyfriend. It's so cute. And Kurt is too nervous to react to him. He's just like, yeah, I'm playing it off, but, he wants to give him back the sexy looks. And then after that, after all the cute looks that they give each other and the romantic, you can see they're totally singing it to each other. I mean, it's a duet, but they were really singing it towards each other. Then Raise Your Glass, which is probably my favorite Warblers song ever performed, besides Teenage Dream, because, that was just a classic. After Candles, I forgot to mention that Blaine pushes Kurt onto the spotlight, I should say, to everyone gives them a round of applause because Kurt's never done that, so it's awesome. And then after the Raise Your Glass performance, the group comes together and Klaine hugs, and it's so cute. Then on to New Directions. Rachel sings Get It Right. I got chills from this song, from this performance, I should say, and when my sister watched it with me, after the 12th time I've already seen the episode, I got chills again, and she even said, she's like, I got chills, and she doesn't even like Rachel, so it was really great. And Loser Like Me was so fun, and rocking it out, and everyone was enjoying it, except for Sue, obviously. And then you see Finn and Rachel hug afterwards, which makes Quinn very jealous and mad. So the judges, Tammy Jean only likes Oral Intensity because she thinks that the Warblers are gay and doesn't believe in that. And the nun says, well, I liked the Warblers' performance of Candles. And Rod Remington defended her, saying, you gotta accept the gays. And he liked the New Directions because they were fresh and new. And so then it's revealed that the New Directions win, and everyone's excited except for obviously the other teams, but it's just a brilliant moment. I already knew they were going to win, but it was amazing. And then you see Sue, she punches the lady who announces the winner, who she's drunk and a mess, and it's hilarious. Yeah, it's so random. At Pavarotti's funeral, with Blaine's support there for him, he and Kurt bury the bird. Kurt is sad, not only because it reminds him of his mother's funeral, but because they lost at regionals. Blaine says that, but you did win, and so did I. We got each other out of all of this, and boy, was it a long-ass journey. Very long, very anticipated, but very unexpectedly soon, which I liked, but I'll talk about it in a minute. That ending also says that beats a lousy trophy, don't you think? Klaine is official, obviously. Blaine even admits now they're together, not just a kiss and some flirty duets, but Blaine holds out his hand and Kurt takes it, and they walk away together. And the very last scene, Mr. Schuster decides to have a MVP after every competition performance. Everyone votes on Rachel, which is shocking, and she was shocked, most likely because her suggestion for original song and writing Get It Right. Rachel is shocked but thankful. She does a sweet, sincere acceptance speech and then a group hug. So final thoughts on the episode. My opinion for Rachel has changed so much. I felt really bad for her, and I sympathized for her. The only reason why I didn't like her is because she was getting in the way of Kurt and Blaine and blaming it on the alcohol. She fluctuates. Sometimes she's selfish, some days she's nice. I really like her now. I don't love her. She's not my favorite character, obviously, but I don't hate her as much as I did. Also, Quinn is obviously the fakest of the bunch. She is pure evil and fake, and all she wants is popularity, and which is very sad because people liked her, but now she's like a mess. I think Rachel should stay single, but if Finn had to choose, I would pick Rachel instead of Quinn because Quinn doesn't even love Finn like Rachel does. She just wants him for popularity. So F you, Quinn. I will miss the Warblers. I loved that they were very nice and sympathetic towards Kurt after Pavarotti's death and the duet. I would miss them, and apparently this was their last episode, or the next week is going to be the last episode. Not next week. The next episode is going to be the last episode. Who knows? But I'm going to miss them. So obviously my very, very final thoughts is I love Klaine, but the theory is going around that they'll be breaking up, and possibly because Kurt might go to new directions, back to McKinley, and Blaine will most likely follow Kurt in the next episode, or even in the same episode, but still they'll be shocked. I also thought this was going to happen in this episode, so I was like waiting for it to happen, and it never did, which I'm happy because now I don't want him to leave, but then I do, because he just belongs at McKinley. So I know all the anti-Klainers and the Kurtofsky fans and the people that just don't like Blaine, don't lose hope. I am sad to say that, but it's true. You never know. Maybe because they put Klaine's relationship so early before the finale that it just leads to so much drama, so many theories that could happen. I don't want it to happen, but they gotta have some drama. So I hope that Dave stays a friend basis relationship. I'm very excited for the Born This Way episode, which I will talk about more in the spoilers video. It's not a big spoiler, so it's not a big deal. It's just theories right now. So yeah, every relationship has problems, but I hope the writers, get them together near the end. Sorry, non-Klaine fans. I'm obviously a million times % all Klaine all the way. I'm part of the Klaine ship, Team Klaine. I don't know. I'm in love with Kurt and Blaine together and separately. I just love their personalities and I love their looks, and they're both gorgeous and they both have beautiful voices, so different. Yeah. So I hope that they end up together in the end anyways. Favorite moments of the episode was the Klaine moments, obviously Blackbird and the kiss and candles, as well as Get It Right and Loser Like Me. Favorite songs of the episode: Blackbird, Misery, Raise Your Glass, and Loser Like Me. And looking forward to Born This Way. More Klaine moments, Kurt going back to new directions, that just causes so much drama, and more Britannia. I have no idea how to say their name. But thank you for watching my Glee recap video. There will not be a new Glee recap video until April 12th. So yeah, but thank you for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you for my spoilers video for Glee.